So I have the book. I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
excited. I'm actually about to, oh, great. I'm actually about to jump on a plane. So this is going to be my reading
Oh,
today. I
good.
can't wait.
That's
Why do you,
great.
why do you think now is just the perfect time for a book like this to come out? Why is it so important?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the first story in the book is takes place in an airport, so that's
Oh,
a
wow.
good one for
Okay.
you. But yeah, I think, it's always the perfect time to be reminded that there's decency in the world, but particularly now, I think, there's so many things that are dividing us, so many reasons to kind of not trust people and not think that there's human goodness out there. Um, and I think people are sick of it. I think we're
Mhm.
looking for reasons to come together and to believe in each other and to share our stories that prove that there is decency in the world. And so that's why we made this as a testament to all the wonderful, moments of human connection that are out there. And hopefully, let it be the kind of thing that catalyzes more connection and empathy and compassion between people. That's, what good people is all about.
I definitely feel like there's a shift happening, and I hope I'm not the only one. I feel like there's a shift in the atmosphere and the way that people feel about things. Almost like we're not going to take it anymore, but we're also going to respect each other.
Yeah, I love to think that as well. I think
Mhm.
hopefully there's a shift in our belief in people. And see, obviously we're a little biased, but seeing stories of goodness on our social channels in this book, Good People, it's a reminder. It's a necessary reminder that sure, there are challenges in our world for sure. And there's so many good things that are based on all the things we have in common that have nothing to do with where you came from, how you grew up, your political belief system, etc. And so getting those reminders then opens your eyes up to how much we really do have in common with the people in our day to day and the people that you pass on the street in your neighborhood. I think if all you're absorbing is stories of things that suggest otherwise, it's easy to see the world that way. But the more we're able to shine a light on the thousands and thousands of examples of this every single day, people can say, oh, yeah, I forgot. There are actually a lot of good things happening in the world, too.
Mhm. So, how did you come up with this mission, and how long did it take you to put all these stories together?
Yeah. Upworthy's mission is to share the best of humanity with the world, and we're always looking for as many ways to do that as possible, whether it be through social media or on our website, upworthy.com, or, in real life events. And this book took several years to put together. And the way that it came about was we were asking questions to our audience, soliciting stories that reflected the good experiences that they had with wonderful people in their lives. And Lucia and I got thousands and thousands of responses every time we asked one of these questions, like, tell us about a time you experienced kindness with a stranger. We read through every single one. We reached out to hundreds and hundreds of people who follow us when they left a comment, when we were like, we want to know more about this story. And then we turned those into the short stories that appear in this book so that the feeling that they share, the way that they make people feel could be preserved forever because it's a beautiful thing. And we wanted that to be able to share with the world and not get swept away by the algorithms on the internet.
That must have been so heartwarming to put that out there in the universe and get such a strong response. To get thousands of responses, just that alone is just incredible.
Yeah, again, it's a testament that these stories are everywhere. It's not, I have to plug us a little bit. We debuted on the New York Times bestseller list our first week in the category nonfiction. And that's our favorite thing is that the category is nonfiction. It's not, these aren't based in a fantasy world somewhere where everything, is lovely and people are kind. It's based in our world. And so each of these stories, all 101 of them, serve as a proof point that everyone has a story like this. If you ask who's the teacher that changed your life, someone probably comes to mind. Who's a friend that picked you up when you really needed it most? Something probably comes to mind. So, yeah.
It's funny. So a couple weeks ago, I went to Las Vegas for the weekend to do some shopping and to just have a weekend to myself. And I went to Barnes and Noble and I saw your book on the table. And I got so happy for you.
Yay.
I was like, hey, I'm going to talk to them next week. So, and I think like that's what life is about too. We could be happy for each other. I think the competition and trying to outcompete someone else, I hope that's kind of leveling out. I feel like it is, and that you can win and I can win and you can win too. And we could all be winners. It doesn't have to be I'm the top and you guys are losers. And I think that's like what books like this are showing.
Yeah, I love that sentiment. It's possible to do well for yourself and to do good for others at the same time. And,
Hmm.
it's a bit of a cliche, but, there's that saying, it's like kindness is the only thing that you can spread around and you don't have less of. There's this more of it, right? And that's the beautiful thing in here is just reading a story like this or spending time to think about what's your story. It really does elevate you and it makes you feel something that's powerful and that you want to share with the world. The critical thing is just to look for catalysts that let you connect with those memories and those feelings so you can see it and then carry it with you out into the real world.
So are we going to see a book two?
That is the hope. We for every story in this book, there were thousands and thousands more that could have filled many, many more books. So hopefully this is volume one of many. Maybe you'll see good dogs in the future, good dads, good moms, good
Yeah.
cats, all of the thing, good neighbors.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's endless material.
Yeah, and
How
if you have a story, let us know. You can
Yes.
DM us or, on at Upworthy or send us an email, hello@upworthy.com and share your story. Maybe it'll be in the next book.
how hard was it picking out just enough stories for a book?
Yeah, I mean, it was a process. I mean, the hardest part was deciding just which of these amazing personal experiences that people have entrusted us to share were going to be in these pages. I think that was the hardest part, but there are so many beautiful moments of compassion and decency and humor and love and laughter that are out there to be shared. And so,
We
I
definitely feel lucky to be able, like, that this is our jobs to go through these kinds of stories,
Hmm.
thousands and thousands of stories, and we're just crying and texting each other. Yeah.
yeah.
It was delightful. Yeah.
I love it. Where can people go for more information on the both of you and on the book?
Yeah, we are at Upworthy on all social media platforms. We are upworthy.com on the web for our editorial news articles every day about good stuff happening in the world. And if you want to find the book, just Google Good People Book or Upworthy Book, and it'll be the first thing that comes up and available at retailers everywhere and, your local indie bookstore too, which everyone should always support.
I love it. Well, I can't wait to get on the plane now so I could start reading. Thank you so much.
We hope you
Thank
enjoy
you,
it.
Kiki.